Okay, so if you've been a fan of my channel for a while, whether it be my TikTok or my YouTube, you know that I reported on this being a thing years ago, but they didn't know whether it was going to be animation or something. Sorry. They didn't know whether it was going to be animation or live action. And then out of this story, I thought came the Rugrats reboot series, which was just a more 3D rendered Rugrats, which is fine because I was like, if they did this in live action, this is going to be bad. So, once again, this is going to be bad. Iconic 90s cartoon Rugrats is getting its own live action movie from the director of Pitch Perfect, also the director of the Tina Fey Amy Poehler movie Sisters, which I do find very funny. Um, this is going to be bad. Guys, we live, sorry, we live in the year 2024, almost 2025. Not a single live action movie, like let's say from Garfield, Cat in the Hat, the newest Tom and Jerry, any of that stuff, Woody Woodpecker, none of it has worked. Sonic the Hedgehog is being the only exception in which an animated thing turning into live action, in my opinion, has ever worked. Everything else has been terrible. Cat in the Hat, looking at you. Grinch, as well, I'm not a big fan of, but the report comes from Deadline reveals that Paramount wants the movie to be live action and CGI hybrid. Moore signed on to direct, and Saturday Night Live star Mikey Day has been set to write a script with Streeter Seidel. At this point, there's no word that has been given on the film's anticipated release, but work on Rugrats is steady behind the scenes, which means they've been at work for it for a while. Of course, this live action announcement is not the first time Rugrats has dealt with. Back in July 2018 when I reported it, Paramount announced its plan to adapt the cartoon into live action. A hybrid movie project was slated for a 2021 launch. Movie was languished in development and removed from Paramount's theatrical release slate in 2019. However, it seems Rugrats has found its spark once again. No one is telling whether the adaptation will stick, but fans immediately are curious about the project. I have not heard one person curious. I've heard everyone tearing this apart online. No one's curious. Nobody. I have not seen one good comment about this. Not a single one. There is not a single comment in any of the first time that this article came out yesterday that anyone said, "Oh yeah, this is an interesting idea." Not even saying it's interesting, just saying, "No, this is a bad idea. Don't do it." This is like when everyone's like, "Oh, you want to turn Tom and Jerry into live action?" No, please don't do it. Make an animated movie. Just because Sonic the Hedgehog worked lately doesn't mean that everyone needs to get back on the live action train. It just doesn't work. And I'm going to be the sucker that'll watch this film and see what I think of it because I am a glutton for punishment for you guys. I always will be. Always have been. But nevertheless, no one has said they're excited about this. So don't lie about it. And hey, let's face it, if Boss Baby can do numbers at the box office, then Rugrats should be able to fend for itself. Yeah, as an animated movie, not as live action. But yeah, what do you guys think of this? Because I already know your answer, but holy shit.